Presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, it's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. The story of the summer. LeBron James leaves Miami, goes home to Cleveland, Shaq.
Yes, the King has returned. He said he wanted not just to lift the whole team, but the whole region, Ernie. He's back home. He's making an impact, something that's bigger than the game.
It was a huge story. Stop the presses, LeBron James going home. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
And now, your Miami Heat starting lineup. Starting at power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 4, Josh McRoberts. Number 15, Mario Chalmers. At the other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 9, Luol Deng. Number 1, Chris Bosh. And number 3, Fullscreen is your head coach.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference.
This is Kevin Durant. Welcome to 2KU. In NBA 2K15, mastering the timing of your player's signature shots is more important than ever before. Now you, as the gamer, have complete control over how effective your shooters are from the field. Under your shooter's feet, you'll see the new shot meter. Every factor that goes into deciding whether a jump shot is made or missed is fed through this meter. The color window indicates the player's general shot range. It will grow or shrink depending on where you are on the court and how much defensive pressure there is. Basically, the bigger the window, the easier it is for you to make the shot. As you learn your players, you'll find out where they're most comfortable shooting and where their hot spots and cold spots are, all driven by the real-life stats. When you start a shot, the meter will begin to fill. In the center of the shot meter, you'll see a small notch. This notch is the ideal release point for that shooter. It's tough to hit, but if you do, the indicator will light up green and you'll knock down the shot. If you miss slightly early or slightly late, you'll still have a chance to make the shot, but your percentage drops the further you are from the perfect release point. If you release very early, the left side of the meter will turn red. If slightly early, the left side of the meter will turn yellow. If you release slightly late, the right side of the meter will turn yellow. If you're very late, the right side of the meter will turn red. Be sure to practice with different players as everyone has a unique feel and rhythm to their shot. Check out the rest of the 2KU training videos to help you take your game to the next level.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Varejao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, it's funny, back when LeBron joined the Heat, some critics said he'd given up the chance to be the franchise player and carry his team. But guess what? No matter who LeBron plays with, he's always the franchise player. That's how good he is.
4 on the clock. Here's Wade. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Now here's James. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Thank you, Doris.
When you think back to LeBron after the 2011 finals, many also questioned whether he had, quote-unquote, what it took to win a title. He's obviously answered those questions.
And Waiters kicks to Love. Waiters against Wade. Just 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. And some harsh criticism, Clark, for LeBron after the decision, or his comments after the 2011 finals.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? It's really impressive to see how he's handled that. He misspoke and mishandled both of those situations. And to his credit, he's expressed regret about those things, displaying a maturity we've always seen in him. One of the remarkable things about LeBron is that for the magnitude of his celebrity and his stature and the expectations, I don't know if we've had an athlete handle himself any better under the hot, bright lights of stardom.
Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
Look out! Watch out now! And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Knocked away and stolen by Irving. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Love inside. McRoberts on him. Stolen by Bosch.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Bosch, a screen on Waiters. The feed to Dang from downtown. Can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Irving against Wade. Irving kicks to Waiters. Back to Irving. 18 feet out. The offensive rebound.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
Leaps for it. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. The dish now to Waiters. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's James. That's good. LeBron's got 9 points.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Good on the shot.
A good job of spotting his teammate near the basket and zipping the pass right in there.
You know, for Dwayne Wade, he's an athlete who's grown accustomed to having his personal life and his public life intersect. But he's found a way to turn that into a positive, selling the rights to a sitcom based on his experiences as a player and a parent.
Lets it go from deep. A second chance effort, and the basket by Chalmers.
The defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And Wade, generous, sharing his experiences for sure. Steve, he even released a training app for smartphones last season.
You know, I used it, Kevin. I ended up dominating my old man league in San Diego, so I'm really grateful to Dwayne for his generosity.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
Here's Granger. Here's Anderson. Sean Marion grabs the miss. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Three-pointer, and it's good.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all. They've been able to score with ease.
To the wing right side. They set the screen. Off the pick. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Outside Irving. Good. And Miller gets the assist. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Granger misses.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time.
Irving drives in. That is good. Irving's got 8 points.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them, guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's gone in.
Here's Cole. He's covered by Irving. Nobody near Granger. Wide open shot is on the money. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Irving dishes to Miller. Back to Irving. He got it up, and that's not going to go. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 12. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And Steve and Clark, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Miller. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Marion in at the power forward. And it's Miller penetrating. Jacks up a three. That's good. Miller's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, if you remember early in Eric Spoelstra's head coaching career, when he was new and the big three were assembled, there were some people questioning Spoelstra's command, maybe even within the team. Those questions are long gone now. He has become an excellent head coach.
The Cavaliers leading by 11. The drive by James kicks it to Dellavedova. And it's off from three-point range. Here comes Granger. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. The lead now in single digits. 8 points for Wade.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving, the #1 pick overall back in 2011, a player who promised himself he'd play in the NBA when he was just in the 4th grade. He said that came from his father. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That's all my dad preached. He'd always tell me, Kyrie, you could be this, you could be that. My dad had more belief in me than I had in myself. Gentlemen,
You know, it helps having people boosting you up, Doris. Thanks. Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Josh McRoberts comes in for Danny Granger. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole.
Well, Mario Chalmers, coming into last season, made a bet with Ray Allen about how much each could slim down and get in peak shape. Seemed to pay dividends for Chalmers in particular, who had probably the best season of his NBA career.
And Chalmers really not the quickest point guard in the league, but he has active hands defensively and pretty good feet. And those takeaways help get the Heat out in the open court, which certainly plays to their strengths.
And Chalmers, more of a role player for the Heat. Not a huge playmaker, Steve, but he can knock down open threes.
Yeah, he's an efficient scorer, and his passing has gotten better over the last couple of seasons. He's a perfect role player for Miami because he can guard opposing point guards extremely well and then slide off the ball when Wade has it.
And he converts the layup. Chalmers has got 6.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Waiters gets a wide open look. No good on the triple.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively. Dwayne Wade, a Hall of Fame player, I think. Held back by bone bruises and tendonitis in his knees in recent years. But, you know, by keeping them in good shape and staying in condition, he's been able to find ways to play throughout the season and still be effective.
Here's James. Can't hit. And the Heat going the other way now. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And then Wade slams it in.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed. And with the Heat's success riding in large part on Wade's knees, you can bet that he and the team have left no stone unturned in trying to protect him. From selective rest to advanced therapies, they've got a really extensive plan in place.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot, excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Bosh hits the big for Chalmers. And it's Dang in the corner. Here's McRoberts. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. McRoberts has got his second bucket of the night.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And last season, Wade expressed regret over his knee surgery way back at Marquette. Stevie said his torn meniscus had been trimmed rather than repaired. That was up.
Well, he felt that was what led to a lot of the long-term knee issues that he's experiencing now. But, you know, sports medicine has advanced so quickly. Things that are common now simply weren't even in practice a decade ago.
It's stolen by Dang. McRoberts, the pass to Bosh. And Chalmers kicks to McRoberts. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Bosh. And James pulls it down.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
James right side. Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And it's a 9-point Cleveland lead.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Now, here's Chalmers. Not a lot of room. Dang gets a wide open look. Miami no good on that time either. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. He rifled that one in from distance. 19 points for LeBron.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And it's Dang in the corner. Back to Wade. Passes it to Chalmers. Shot clock at 6. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Deflects the pass. Outside Dang. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Luol Deng was supposed to have a lot more help in Chicago as they got healthy, but injuries struck once again, and they were forced to ship Deng off to help in the next rebuilding project. First time Deng has ever played in a different uniform.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosch. Haslam comes in for Josh McRoberts. Napier, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Cole subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Irving for 3. Thompson dishes to Marion. And Waiters kicks to Irving. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this one.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting a season ago.
And both free throws good for Waiters. Here's Cole. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Waiters. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Waiters leading the charge.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Plays like that are telling the story of this game for me so far, Clark. They cannot afford to hand over.
So we've reached the end of the... And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Deng and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. And it's Bosch in at the center. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. The Heat trail by 12. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Chalmers running. That's good. And that's now 6 points for Luol Deng.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back into the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations. And one more note about Cleveland. Everyone will now assume that they will make the playoffs this year, but the ultimate goal is a title, something that hasn't happened in the city of Cleveland for any major sport in a long time. Probably 64s, I think, may be the last title.
Again, you're right on it.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
And you consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Josh McRoberts, a pretty unique player, 6'10" power forward who's an outstanding passer and quality shooter from range. But he's not without weaknesses. He could be a better rebounder and maybe a better defender for a player with his size and athleticism.
Josh McRoberts.
Well, few would have predicted back when Kevin Love was drafted 5th out of UCLA in 2008 that he'd become the superstar player we see today. You know, he's transformed his body and expanded his game year after year.
And Dang, here we go. And that one's good. Dang's got 4 points this quarter.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. Right side, Irving. LeBron outside. Now Love inside. Clark down low that time, and he got the 3-second goal. And talk about the physical transformation for Kevin Love. Leaner, quicker, and stronger.
Yeah, credit yoga and Pilates. He's trying to be the very best he can be, and he's putting in the work to do that, so it actually helped him more at the defensive end.
Irving drives in. Waiters gets a wide open look, and another miss by Cleveland. Outside Irving. Good D by Wade.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
And it's Dang in the corner. And it's blocked by Love. James outside. Outside Irving. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's 13 points for Kyrie Irving.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but, you know, the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And the dunk by James.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
Here's Wade. He's got 12. Pass to McRoberts. And it's Wade penetrating. Knocks down the 10-footer. Wade's got 14 points for the game.
He can finish in the post. That's one thing we know about him.
Here's Irving. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Love gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And the Cavaliers lead by 15. The Heat have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8.
Miami Heat, a terrific organization from top down. And one thing you notice with these top teams, there's so much continuity. You talk about that consistent continuity, so important. From the coaches to the front office, they know who they are, what they're about, and how to put players in position to win the ultimate prize.
Count the bucket. Love's got 9 points here in the second half.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Verajao against Bosch. Dishes it to Dang. Soft touch off the glass. Dang's got 10 points.
And when you look at the Heat, they say they're a development team because of luxury taxes and the like. You have to find players with upside and coach them up. We saw that last year with Greg Oden and Michael Beasley.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Cleveland also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Verajao. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. And Mike Miller subbed in for Dion Waiters. The Heat trail by 18. And even Clark, with the departure of LeBron this past offseason, you saw many free agents still look to play for the Heat. They're definitely doing something right there.
Yeah, you know, they lost LeBron, who went home, but it wasn't an easy decision for LeBron. Bosch decided to stay, and they had several other free agents go out of their way to play in Miami. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
For Miami, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Napier passes to Haslam. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And stolen by Miller. To the paint, here's Irving. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Here's Napier. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Cole. And that time, also a missed shot.
I tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Miller kicks to Irving. Off with the layup.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make, and he makes it flawlessly to set up that alley-oop.
The Cavaliers leading by 22. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron James is out there with Marion. Then it's Mike Miller. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the center position. The shot by Wade, no good.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And, you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside. The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
LeBron against Dang, 11 feet away, and the shot is good. 25 points for LeBron.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead. You know, typically he's just a role player, but when he does score, it allows the offense to be more balanced.
And the Heat with some changes. Wash comes in for Anderson, and Josh McRoberts subbed in for Danny Granger. Cleveland also making some changes. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Thompson. Love comes in for James, and it's Waiters in for Mike Miller. Love inside. McRoberts there. 5 to shoot. Marion outside, uncovered. That one wide left.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
And Dang, here we go. And the rejection by Love. Varejao dishes to Love. Takes a 3. Count the bucket. Love's got 15 points in just the second half. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
And, guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
Well, it started a few years ago, and it looks like it's a trend that is here to stay. Sleeve jerseys, once again, making their presence felt in the NBA. I got to admit, I don't see the appeal for players. I never like to shoot with a sleeved shirt on. It kind of tugs at your arm, but it sells, and that's the big thing for the league.
Marion with the steal. For the finish. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Rock hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one.
The Statue of Liberty, I believe it's called.
The drive by Wade, and that one's good.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Near the three-point line, it's Love. No luck. And it's Miami the other way. Now here's Wade. Dang gets a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game. And
it's blocked by Bosch. Wade with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Here's Dang, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
From D-Wade.
The Cavaliers leading by 21. Irving attacking. He drains the quick shot. He'd have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Well, Clark, a bit of a down year shooting-wise for Kyrie Irving last season.
Yeah, it sure was, and you heard some sources within the Cavs organization questioning his leadership, too. I mean, the chemistry in Cleveland, not really where it needed to be, kind of a mess all season, quite honestly. And Irving is still young and has a lot on his shoulders and maybe started to show some of the frustration with the expectations and demands that have been placed on him. But now, you know, as he continues to grow as a leader, having LeBron James there and some other veterans who come in should really help smooth that out for the young standout.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And Sean Marion with the slam.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
.151 left in the fourth quarter. Wade against Waiters. 5 on the clock. And it's Wade penetrating, so the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for Irving, a chance to learn from the best player in the world. On winning more games, I think it'll really help his development as a player and a leader, too.
That's guaranteed.
And a new group in for the Heat. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosch. Haslam comes in for Josh McRoberts. Danny Granger is checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Napier in for Mario Chalmers. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Verejao. Miller comes in for Sean Marion. Harris is checked in for Waiters. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Cavaliers.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for James. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Wade kicks to Napier. Wade drives in. Goes back up. A nice shot by Anderson.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Love against Haslam. The fader. Love with another miss. He'd have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Here's Napier. And that's collected by Love.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Another miss by Love.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
That is good.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
Dellavedova kicks to Love. Miller outside. There's the pass to Dellavedova. Back to Miller. Tries from 10. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, congratulations on a wonderful performance. Can you tell us what goes on in your mind when you get in this kind of a rhythm like we saw in this basketball game?
It's a zone you get into, and you know, it's kind of unexplainable, you know, and you try to go out there and you feel like there's nothing that you can't do. You know, and hopefully the momentum just continue to go throughout the whole quarter, and it did. And not only did it open up for me, it opened up for the rest of us, too.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.